Nandito po tayo sa pakalawang araw ng GAPC, ang Global Alcohol Policy Conference, dito po sa Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Ngayong araw po, nag-present po ako kung paano itawid ang isang panukalang batas na nagtataas ng excise tax sa alcoholic beverages, na sa ganon, bumaba po yung pinsala na dulot ng pag-inom ng alcohol. At sana maging maganda yung talakayan, sana masagot ko lahat ng tatanong sa akin. Ang pakay ko dito ay hindi para maibigay ng tamang sagot, kundi malaman ano yung tamang sagot. So sana samahan niyo ako at alam niyo, tutsot ko to, nagbitit ko po ang ating bayan.
Taxation is not my strength. Growing up, my mom told me, I'm good with words, bad with numbers, like my dad. And that's why I ended up being a lawyer. and so, you know, it was really daunting, taxation daunting, until in my tax class, my professor told me that a tax is illegal unless it's for a public purpose. That's where the story narrative comes in. You know, cheap harmful alcohol is not neutral. It already imposes a tax on its own, on hospitals, on families, on workers and communities.
Well, to answer your first question on fiscal flexibility, it's a question of fiscal flexibility, because by earmarking, you're basically limiting the flexibility of government, right?
I see the Department of Health, the DIR, or Department of Finance weighing in. That's why earlier I said it's more important to sell this as a system, because I don't want people to get caught up just looking at the rates. There are people who don't like taxes, or even the idea of like reducing alcohol harms or reducing consumption is, I think, what it is good, but even better if you say that it will fund healthcare.